Hi, my name is Kelsey. I am doing my cooking modification for my healthy cooking class at Western. Today, what I am going to cook is not something that's extremely fancy. It's what I cook for my kids that I babysit a lot because it's one of their favorites. I am going to modify the grilled cheese sandwich. What I usually do is, in the past, that their parents usually have regular white bread, just regular butter out of a tub, and then just regular American cheese. What I am going to do is I'm going to modify the fat content in it because they like to eat a lot of fatty foods to begin with, so I'm going to try to cut that down in their lunches as much as I can, and then kind of incorporate some of their favorite stuff besides that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take wheat bread, 2 slices. The wheat bread is all around better than the white bread. It's got less calories, a lot less fat, less sugar, a lot less sodium, which is really healthy for you. And then it's still got a lot of iron in it too, which a lot of young kids don't get iron anyways in their diet. The next thing I'm going to use, instead of regular cheese like this, I am going to use Kraft skim milk cheese. It's a lot less, there's no fat, there's no trans fat, there's more protein in it, and there's less carbs in it as well. It also has 15% calcium, and it has vitamin A in it, which vitamin A is something that is lacking in kids' diets nowadays. And then the next thing I'm going to do is, for the butter, I am using a spray butter. It's got 0 trans fat, 0 fat at all. It's got 0 calories. It's got 0 cholesterol, and it's made with 44% vegetable oil, which is one of the better oils for you. The other reason why I'm using a spray instead of a butter in a tub is because the butter in the tub is hydrogenized to make it a solid, so it stores better, and that means that there is a lot more unhealthy fats in it, like trans fats and saturated. So you want to be really careful with that. So I just opt to do this. So what I do is I'm going to put the butter on the toast, on the bread, on each side, and then I'm going to put the cheese on it, and then I'm going to spray my pan, and then I will get started cooking. What I like to do with the butter is I like to tell the kids that if they want to help me do it, that they get 2 sprays on one side. So I can kind of help do the portion control of how much butter they use, because if I could let them, they'd spray it everywhere. So there's 1, and there's 2. And here's 1, 2. So I've got the butter, I've got the cheese on the inside. And then I'm going to put the top bread on there. And what I've done, I have, what I'm going to do is, after I get done cooking, I will I'll take the grilled cheese and I will pair it with some vegetables and some fruit, because since it's summer, they really like good fruit, and you can really find really good ones in the summer. And so I'm going to do that. I've been doing with them that I brought in different types of fruit and had them kind of taste test, in which it gets them involved, and they really like doing that. I was cooked one already while I was waiting. So I'm going to put that in the pan and wait. So continuing with the fruit, I let them taste test so that I can kind of figure out which ones they like, so then I can let their moms know which ones is the healthy choices, and also which ones is their favorite, so then I can start pairing them. I work in different types of vegetables and different ways of cooking them, and they can kind of see which one's more healthier and which one tastes better. A lot of times I actually go with the vegetables over fruit, which is kind of strange because when I was younger, it was usually the opposite. So it's kind of interesting to see now what kids prefer. And babysitting, one of my jobs is cooking, so I need to make sure that they're getting the right and healthy stuff that they need. For this sandwich, I am going to cook it till both sides are brown, and then I will cut it up and it'll be done. As you can see, the first part is brown. A lot of the kids actually, for some reason, like it burnt, but for this demonstration, I'm not going to do that. But it takes like a couple minutes, you know, at least probably a minute on each side, depending on how hot your burner is. Mine is actually pretty hot because I just finished cooking a grilled cheese before this. So it just kind of depends on how hot your skillet can get, is depending on how long it'll take. Just a little bit longer on that side, and then it should be done. A lot of times what the kids like to do is when they're making it, they like to cut the crust off, and because a lot of kids don't like crust, and they like to make homemade the sandwiches, like the Unstoppables or things like that, that have no crust, Uncrustables, and they like to pinch around and then put the cheese in there. The other thing that I have done that I'm not doing today is I have taken and both sides are perfect. So I'm going to put that on the plate. The other thing I usually do is The other thing I sometimes do is I put like turkey or ham slices also in the sandwich so they can get some of that protein, and so they're not eating just bread and cheese every day. So it kind of gives them a variation. So here is my grilled cheese, and thanks for watching.